Are you thinking about moving and selling your home in 2021? A question that I get from countless home sellers is, Danny, when is the best time for me to sell my home? In this video, I'm going to show you what the data suggests is the best time for you to sell your home in 2021. So when is the best time to sell your Silicon Valley residence in 2021? Before we get into that and the meat potatoes of this video, if you are a home seller in today's marketplace, you're looking for a comprehensive data set to help you appropriately price your home and come up with a good, solid strategy, go ahead and text the word data plus your property address, and we will get you a comprehensive data set to help you make an educated decision as a home seller. And if you're looking to sell your home anytime in 2021 and beyond, go ahead and text the word seller guide to the number down below, and you will get Selling Silicon Valley's exclusive guide to selling your home in Silicon Valley for the most amount of money in the least amount of time. Let's get into the video, everyone. When it comes to selling your home in Silicon Valley, one thing has been perfectly clear over the last decade, really, is that we should never be focused on demand. When you look at the numbers and we look at Silicon Valley as a whole, the reality is that year over year over year, we see consistent buyer demand in Silicon Valley. So we should not be focused on how many buyers there are in the marketplace, because the truth is there's a lot all the time. When we're selling our home, we want to focus on the other economic driver, which is supply. When are all your neighbors listed for sale? Because the more neighbors, the more competition there is on the sell side of things, the less buyers there will naturally be for your property. Now, when you look at the graph down below, you will see, this, by the way, is for sale or inventory levels over the last 3 years. And of course, you can deduce a lot of things from that, but one thing is perfectly clear, that the minima, right, every single year for inventory in Silicon Valley is in that December, January, February timeframe, right? That's where the least amount of homes are available for buyers, right? And so when you look at that data, it's perfectly clear, right? There's the least amount of competition during the winter months while everyone's getting over their food coma and they're not too sure what they're gonna do. That is the time to strike, because guys, there are buyers out there right now in droves and the market is going absolutely insane. And so when you look at what drives that more than anything, the buyer demand is going to stay consistent here over the next 6 months, not going to fluctuate much. What will fluctuate is how many homes there are on the market. And the more inventory there is, the less leverage you as a seller have. Now, I know what all of you are at home might be thinking is, oh my gosh, it's like, the middle of January, end of January, early February. Honey, how are we ever going to be able to get our home on the market before the end of February? So you can go ahead and text the word consult to the number down below. I will reach out to you, talk to you about your particular situation, and see if my team is going to be able to actually get your home on the market before the end of February. Now, the good news for you is that my team has actually listed a home in 8 hours before, meaning at 10 a.m. I was talking to the seller, and at 6 p.m. we had the home on the MLS, on the market, pictures, video, inspections, the whole 9 yards. So chances are we're going to be able to help you. And keep in mind too that these graphs don't really show the months and how they progress, right? So if you look at the month by month graph, you'll notice that the minima is kind of in that February, March timeframe, right? So there is still a lot of opportunity. There's not too much competition in the first couple weeks of March as well. So even in those first few weeks of March is still okay. But my recommendation would definitely be get on before the beginning of March and avoid the trap that so many sellers fall into, which is we start planning in February and March. We don't get the home on the market till May or June. And by then that ship has sailed. And if you look at home sales and trends and pricing over the last decade in Silicon Valley, almost like the worst time to sell your home is in June and July, right? Like almost every single year, it's the same concept every year, and people fall for it. It's the same trap every year. People fall for it every single year. Don't be that person. When you look at what's going on in the marketplace right now, with COVID, with all of the extraneous situations that are happening outside of our control, there is a lot of question. There are a lot of questions. There is a lot of uncertainty in the air. And so when you couple the data, right, with all of that uncertainty, it's almost a no-brainer as to what you should do, right? If your true intention is to move in 2021, and there's really no questioning as to whether or not that's going to happen, unless there is some sort of condition that is keeping you at home, right? For the time being, my suggestion would be get the home on the market as soon as possible, because right now the competition is just so low that it would be silly to not capitalize on the current market conditions and how favorable they are for home sellers up until the end of February. So anyways, that is all for today, everyone. Again, this is Danny Gould with the Selling Silicon Valley Group, and I will catch all of you in the next video.